Over the last 30 years, the city of Wilsonville has embraced providing public transportation to its residents and offering numerous options for commuting to locations region-wide. To commemorate the 30-year anniversary, the city held a celebration open to the public with past and present local officials and transit employees in attendance.
The city of Wilsonville formed SMART 30 years ago with the intention of providing our residents and businesses and their employees with high-quality public transit services. This has helped our Wilsonville business community recruit and retain a top-quality workforce in a competitive local and global economy. It helps solve the last mile connection question for people that come in on the West Side Express service trains. We promised people that they would get to their place of business within 10 minutes of arriving on the train, and we've been able to pretty well hold to that for the last, ever since 2012, I think, when Wes opened. Public transit helps take single occupant vehicles off of the freeway system, thereby providing more capacity for business use, the movement of freight, and movement of, hopefully, cars with more than one person in them.
The event wasn't only about the past of public transportation in Wilsonville, but also its bright future, as the city unveiled 2 new 100% electric buses that are being added to its fleet.
So you have gorgeous buses that are performing well. You have charging infrastructure that's performing without a hitch. And you have a leader of your transit agency that is dedicated to making sure that this lasts forever. A few folks have mentioned about the greenhouse gas emissions benefits that Wilsonville will reap and the state of Oregon will reap. Well, let me put it in actual real numbers. Each one of these buses, and you're on a path for alternate renewable all fuels, so every time you take a diesel bus out and run an electric bus, over the life of those buses, each one of those buses is going to save a few million pounds of greenhouse gas emissions. These 2 buses at the end of their 12-year life, yes, okay, that's worth clapping for, because the 2 buses in service right here will probably save 4 to 5 million pounds of greenhouse gases that won't be released into the atmosphere.
Even Congressman Kurt Schrader could not resist making a special trip to Wilsonville to tour, ride, and learn about the new electric buses in person.
Wilsonville has been a leader in the transit industry for years in the region. This is pretty amazing, and I think it's a testament to the folks in this community and in the region that they want to be part of that cutting edge of the future. The electrical buses, I mean, that's where it's going to be at over the next 10, 20 years.
These 2 new buses have a special place in the hearts of a few talented local high school student artists who got the honor of creating artwork that was converted into stylish wraps and placed onto the buses, along with their proudly displayed names.
Yeah, it was a shock to see, like, having, because the painting, the size of the painting, you can't really see all the detail that you see when it's blown up to this gigantic scale. And seeing that in person, and you can see like the texture of the paper and the texture of the paint, it's crazy. It was crazy.
Being given the challenge in the first place and like having it be a taste of a professional real job experience so early on in high school, I think that was a really great part of it, and I think it'll give a lot of preparation and just an insight into what you might get into should we choose an art career.
The electric buses, with their newly implemented technology, are ultimately necessary to the future of local public transportation. These electric buses will save local taxpayers money, reduce carbon emissions, and serve as an inspiration to other local city transportation departments.
This has been a really big day for Wilsonville because we got our 2 electric buses that will remove millions of pounds of carbon from the air. But it's also kind of the culmination of a really successful transportation program. SMART has been around for so long. We got to hear some of the evolution of the program, and to see now the buses functioning here in the transit center, the West coming and going, and to know that we're going to have 2 electric buses in our town now. It's a really big deal. It sounds like it's been a smooth process thanks to the hard work from SMART and all of their great crew.
To learn more about the 30-year anniversary, Wilsonville Smart Transit, and the electric bus program, visit ridesmart.com.